guys, it's Sai from Squad Games. I'm here with the other members of Squad Games, Dakota and Giacomo, and we're here at our...
Can we both just peace sign? I raised my hand.
Hi guys, it's Sai from Squad Games. I'm here with the...
We still have it. We still have it in bloopers. All right, let's take it. Take number 3, baby. Marker.
Hi guys, it's Sai from Squad Games. I'm here with the other members of Squad Games, Dakota and Giacomo, and we are actually celebrating our 1-year anniversary as Squad Games. And we actually had a very first tournament here at Green Towers in Santa Clarita a year ago. So what better way to celebrate than to have a tournament here at Green Towers in Santa Clarita? So I wanted to ask you guys, this past year, what do you think, what are the highlights of this past year of Squad Games?
I would definitely say the highlights would be getting to run multiple golden ticket events for Games Workshop, from LVO to SoCal Open to LVO once again. I'd also say that breaking the record of running the largest kill team tournament in under a year for us was quite surprising and really cool. So, we've been more successful than in my wildest of dreams, and I'm just grateful to the community and everyone who listens to us on the podcast that has let this happen.
What about you, Giacomo? What highlights do you have?
To further piggyback off of what he just said is to see the expansion of the podcast start as something, as a side project that Dakota and I wanted to do for Kill Team, and see where it's come a long way for the year. I really, really love to see all the progress that happens, all the interviews we get, and all the topics we cover. In addition to that, I also really love seeing how much effort has been put into the hobby track now. A lot of people have been stepping up their game, getting those painting scores just right, bringing display boards, making me proud as a painter.
Tell me, or expand upon a little bit more about Hobby Track. I know it's big in our community, but we really are trying to get the word out. So can you give a little bit more information on Hobby Track? Hobby
Track is a way to compete with a brush rather than anything else. So you compete with a brush, instead of rolling dice, right? So it's a really good way for somebody who's not as competitive, or even people who are competitive painters, to come out and try their hand. And we just like to reward painting and reward the hobby because it is a part of the aspect of the game. You buy plastic models and you have to paint them. So, it's basically ITC internet points for Kill Team, and essentially 40K runs it, AOS runs it, and we took it upon ourselves to run it for Kill Team as well. So if you guys want to be a part of Hobby Track, reach out to your local TOs and have them reach out to us, and then they can run Hobby Track too. So. Yeah,
and I know that Hobby Track is now bigger than just Squad Games. Hobby Track now has touched upon East Coast, and a few of the tournaments out there also run Hobby Track. And Portland. Well, the Portland's West Coast, so.
Yeah. I would like to say one more thing I'm excited about. It's our Twitch channel. We've made a lot of great purchases this past year in order to make our streaming room legit, and after the flooding and everything, we're really starting to bring everything together, and we're just about ready to launch that. So quite excited for that, and hopefully you guys stick around and check that out too.
I have to say that I'm actually most excited for the Twitch as well, but if we were doing highlights, I have to say I think one of the best highlights was AVTT, obviously. I really enjoyed AVTT, and piggybacking off AVTT, what I'm looking forward next for this coming year is the new tournaments that we have. So what are the things you're excited for? What more do we have to come?
Outside of LVO, obviously, and the SoCal Championship down in San Diego, I would definitely say the All Valley Team Tournament, I'm extremely excited for. We have people coming from all over the country. So we as organizers have to make sure that is awesome, because the last thing I'd want somebody to do is spend a bunch of money to come to one of our tournaments and it suck. We had a lot of people travel last year, and this year we're having people come from even further across the United States to come and play in our tournament. And I can't be more excited to have them and host them and have, hopefully the best experience of Kill Team that any of us could ever offer them. So that's something true and dear to our heart. We're also going to have the Forged Brush Painting Awards there, and that's going to be a painting competition that is going to be its first annual run, where I personally hand forge cartoon-style brushes out of metal and a forge and anvil, and I give those out to the winners. So it's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm really excited for it.
What about you, Giacomo?
I'm very excited for the doubles tournament we're going to be having pretty soon. I've never got to play doubles or seen doubles in Kill Team, so we decided we should throw it. And we've been working on different ways to play it, and I'm very, very excited for people to get to try it out.
Yeah, we always talk about it's better to play with your friends and better to join a team. It'd be actually literally play with your friends. So the doubles is a really interesting concept to me, and this is a brand new tournament for us as well. But you know, it's something that we've always prided ourselves on is always bringing something different, better, new. So you don't always feel like you're doing the same tournament every time. So I'm pretty excited about that. With that being said, I mean, anything else you guys want to talk about?
No.
No?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much,
Thank
guys.
you guys so much for 1 year.
See ya.
Bye, guys. Oh, God, it's me this time. Guys, I'm here with Malachi. Now, Malachi, you are actually our youngest Kill Team player. How old are you?
12.
12. What did you play today?
Kill Team Open and Kill Team Open. And Into the Dark. I've played Corsairs. I've played Dark Elves. And I've played Orcs.
Orcs. What did you play here today?
Oh, my team. I've played Talons of the Emperor.
Talons of the Emperor. How are you doing with them?
So far it's my favorite team. I personally like them because they're easy to learn and good if you know how to use them.
Yeah. You know how to use them?
Yeah.
What matchup so far has been your favorite?
Probably the one with Evelyn. It was just super fun and entertaining to talk to her and just to play the game.
Yeah, very good. So you've been to a couple other tournaments so far. How are you liking the squad games tournaments?
I really like them. They always have nice people, good games, and they're always just like good tournaments and period.
Hi guys, I'm here with James. Now, because this is our 1 year anniversary at Squad Games, we thought it'd be fun to interview somebody who was at our very first tournament here at Green Towers last year, and that would be James. So how do you feel, because you've been to a lot of our tournaments, how do you feel we've grown? I mean, what's been your favorite tournament so far?
Well, I like the team tournament for AVTT. Definitely, that was probably my favorite one. You get two guys, they're all playing together, and if you lose, basically you're just like, all right, I'm not the weakest link, hopefully this also you. So there's at least two weakest links per game, so.
So I don't know if you've heard about it, but we actually have a 2v2 coming up where you actually play with another person. Are you interested in that at all, with the definitely team play?
I hope so. I already paid for the tickets.
We are definitely looking forward to seeing you guys at AVTT. Do you have the same team, or are you switching it up a bit?
Gotta keep the same again.
Yeah. He's a true homie. That's how it's going.
Although now they're gunning for us, so. We can't be the random guys like, who the hell are these fools?
Yeah, I know. They got to say they're reigning champions. So not only AVTT, but James and his team, I think Team Angry was your team name, they actually won
Need a better name.
You do. But they actually won AVTT. So we're looking forward to seeing if they can keep their title and, see what you guys are going to do. Yeah, but thank you so much for interviewing, and goodbye.
Bye.
We're here with Franz. Now this is a really cool moment because this is your first tournament ever. How did you feel about it?
It was good. It was a good experience. Played 4 games. It's really tiring, but I want to make sure I'm prepared to play more Kill Team because it's a game that I love playing and I enjoy. And it was a really good experience.
What did you play?
I played Votan, or the specific name is called Hearthkin Salvagers. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm in love with the Votan models. I actually was so against squats when they first came out. So I was like, oh, they're just space dwarves. But I played against them once, and I was like, these are so amazing. So how did you do playing-wise?
Okay, I didn't do too well. Right now, Votan are not super strong. They're very slow. They have good guns, but it's not the most accurate because they hit on 4s. But
Okay.
I was able to get 1 win, and that was my goal. So I'm happy about that.
Did you have a good time? Would you recommend this to other new players?
I had a great time. All the players were super friendly. When it came to explaining rules and making sure we do the right thing, they're all very they wanted to make sure we did the right thing. And when we needed the judges' help, they would come over right away and just get the correct ruling.
did you have a favorite moment while playing? Do you have anything that comes to mind where you're like, yes, this was amazing?
Okay, so during my last match, even though I knew I'd already lost, I played against Evelyn. She played Corsairs, and I was able to get one of the Votan's cool weapon rules where they can get a beam. And I was able to do that, and that was pretty cool.
That got me once. That sucks.
Yeah.
I didn't realize beams go through everything.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I was like, okay, well, surprise.
So it just so happened to perfectly line up, and I was able to get it. So that's cool.
I love the grunge tokens. Do you feel like that really aids you in taking people down?
Grudge tokens definitely help, but it hurts because you lose a dwarf, then they get a grudge token.
Yeah.
But you still need to hit to make sure those turn into crits.
Yeah, very, very much so. So, is there any advice or anything you can say about someone who's never done tournament before? Like, I mean, to encourage them to come out, because I feel like there's always like those new nerves. Like people are afraid to do it.
Yeah. I mean, me personally, I wanted my friends to come, but they all couldn't and were busy or just, they were nervous. So
they're gonna see this now.
They're gonna see this and be convinced that even though you are nervous and everyone's super friendly, super cordial, just come here, have an open mind, and just try to meet new people, just roll some dice, kill some models, and that's pretty much, that's why we play Kill Team.
So we are here with TJ. TJ won our Best Painted. Now can you go ahead and describe your team, and I'm so excited about it.
Yeah. I brought the Hands of the Archon, and actually it's the first team that I've painted using inks mainly. And so it was kind of an experimental thing for me. I'm really glad with how it turned out. But I found these really nice muted Liquitex inks that I didn't think would overpower the piece, I guess. But yeah.
Like color scheme wise.
Color scheme wise, so I picked it was called a muted green. It's really almost turquoisey.
Yeah.
And then I used some metallics, hints of metallics, like kind of a light gold for their shoulders. And then some pinks and like greens that veer onto the neon. Just a touch of neon, I guess, with those for some of the details.
Actually, your very first tournament was ABTT, the All Valley Team Tournament.
Yeah, that was my first tournament ever, actually.
Oh, really? I did not know that.
No, that was the first one ever. I was like, you know what, let's go do something fun and crazy. I brought Hierotek Circle. This was before both of the update patches. This was right when it came out. Every match was into the dark.
Oh no!
It was brutal. I'm like, I have to pay CP to reanimate. I'm going up against breachers when they haven't even been nerfed yet, so they were just slaughtered. It was amazing. So,
but here's the thing: it was a team tournament, and I think that you purposely were put up against every. I mean, you were playing some of the top players in the world at the time.
Yeah, I got to play Chris Bucky, I got to play a bunch of them. And
so I mean, like, I didn't realize it was your first tournament. So I always encourage people to go to tournaments because you learn so much. I mean, but like the fact that you were playing the top players, but Jonathan actually won first place. So.
My team won first place. Basically, everybody saw me as like an easy win on Into the Dark, so they were constantly picking me. And unfortunately, it was always their best players who were picking me. So like, Chris Bocky's team, all of a sudden, like, I'm fighting him. He's blooded. It's almost completely open. It was a slaughter. But my my compatriots were running Tau and were running Gellerpox, and so open board is their bread and butter, especially for Tau. And I mean, those guys are amazing at those teams. So they carried. I was just like the big guy with the target, and so everybody was like, "Oh, shouldn't you against him?" And that plan won. I don't think it's going to work this year.
No, I think
everyone's kind of wised up.
Well, it's weird because it was so clever. Because I mean, you guys, it really was. It was almost like, hey, like, we just need 2 wins to win a team tournament, and like it was such a clever thing. And I know it's funny because I think there's like, I don't want to say ego, but like, a lot of people play this, but it was like you guys played the game.
Yeah, we played the other game.
Yeah, and
the next level up. So
and when you guys won, everybody was like, huh, like that was interesting. So I feel like this will be a lot more interesting. But but here's the thing, your first tournament, you did so well. You have so much experience. So I can say I already think that you are tremendously a better player too. Like I see you
hope
climbing.
So by now. Yeah, definitely am.
But I just wanted to also thank you for all the support that you give us by coming to all of our events.
Well, you guys are wonderful. Like, Your events are always amazing. You're always super courteous. You're helpful if there's ever a question. It's never like a why don't you know this? If anything's missing or anything's whatever, you guys are able to be like, oh, you didn't bring this? We got some extras. So you guys run wonderful tournaments. The fact that everything is standardized is awesome. It makes it super easy for dealing with rules. I love the whole community that you guys have fostered and really created. Yeah,
That's really
you guys
nice.
did an amazing job.
How do you feel about Hobby Track?
I love Hobby Track.
Okay.
Hobby Track is great. I wish I could have done more. Like, I've got my Necrons at the beach, but I wasn't able to do the beach diorama. So one of the things that you guys do for Hobby Track is you guys have little dioramas that you encourage everybody to do. It's basically a little board that you can put all your pieces on, and you theme it. And some of the guys, like, it's amazing. For example, one of my compatriots here, the Gellerpox, did a huge display where it's like a contaminated cargo on a freighter.
Yeah.
And just, the pox is spreading over and he's got his guys. It's awesome. I've seen boards where it's like the portals opening up and you've got, the chaos coming out. So there's some really cool stuff, and I love that you're encouraging that part of the hobby, and you're even improving it. So, like, if you do that and you do really well, you win, and it feels great to win that track, and it feels great, especially you guys have a big thing at the end of the year, right?
Yes. Like Hobby Track runs year, and then also we are trying to not unionize it, but we're definitely trying to make sure that other TOs, even on the East Coast, have been implementing this. So
that's cool.
So we have because like Jimmy Kelly, when he goes to East Coast events, as long as they're with us, their points will count towards all of the Hobby Track. So
that's super cool.
Well, they have Hobby Track for other things, so why not? Like, I feel like it's weirdly not supported, so we're just doing it ourselves. So
well, in fact, like I won second place in the Hobby Track for Best Painted at Valley, and that was because like I took a look at the rubric, and part of the thing that you encourage is like object source lighting and on this and that, and so I was like, okay, let me like brush up on my skills, and that really helped, and I actually got better as a painter because of that, because I wanted the chance to win.
Yeah.
And seeing that the rubric is like, hey, you've got to try these skills, you got to try layering, you got to try object source lighting, you got to try non-metallic painting, which is tricky.
Yes.
Oh my
gosh,
blending
it
the two,
is.
but it is super tricky to get well, and if you don't have that encouragement to do it, you might leave those skills off the table.
Well, I cannot wait to see what you paint up, and I can't wait to.
I'm gonna have to bring my AA game. For
Yes,
so that'll be cool.
Absolutely, and also thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. You guys are great. Come here.
Yeah.